Okay, so we are starting. We are working. We are planning to discuss on the pricing project. So what is the pricing project? So when you are buying the products, or when you are negotiating with the vendors, or any of that, any process maybe. Okay, there is a pricing components which is required. So it might be gross price. We need to understand what is the price, gross price. Okay, what is the discounts they are providing? What are the additional cost will be like packing cost and labor cost and unloading cost, loading cost. Okay, any instructions to or anything insurance or anything which is there. We must be aware about that because based on these factors only we can decide that whether we should be go with or not. Okay, because some people, some suppliers they are providing that some discounts. Okay, and some suppliers they are not providing the discounts. Okay, we must be aware about that what actually the product cost which is providing. Based on that we can take the decision whether we need to buy or not buy, right? So each every company they have their own pricing elements, right? Okay, so like maybe in my company they have the packing charges and they have the unloading charges, loading charges, and there might be have the weight charges like okay, buy charges and parking charges. So those everything will be charged by my supplier. Okay, so different companies they have the different pricing elements. How we can configure that into the SAP system based on the client requirement, that we will discuss today. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay, so there is a two types of the pricing elements are there. One is automatic. Okay, automatic pricing, and the second one is manual pricing. Okay, so what is the difference here? So automatic pricing is when there is a factors are matching. Okay, when there is a elements are matching. Okay, suppose this material, this vendor, okay, and this in this purchasing organization. So the entire year, I'm just fixing that $50. So there is no change for the next 1 year. Okay, some materials maybe for this supplier, maybe I don't know what is the price. So when I creating the PO, then only I'm aware about that. Okay, when I'm creating the contract, then only I'm aware about that. Before that, I don't know. Then that is the like pricing, manual pricing element. Okay, so automatic pricing when it is required, that means system will search that any pricing element which is already maintained. Okay, that price will be captured automatically in the PO based on the condition records. So in this pricing, automatic pricing, we are maintaining the condition records. Okay, so what is this condition records? In this condition records, there may be have the combinations like suppose what I just said, material and vendor and this purchasing organization. So when these three are matching, when this material, this vendor, this purchase organization, which I already informed to the system, this is a hundred rupees or $100 for next 1 year. Okay, so then what will be happen? The next 1 year, whenever I'm creating the PO for this material with the respect to this vendor under this purchasing organization, the system automatically picking the price, which is $100. Okay, so how to do this one? So what combination? So I am just giving the example like material vendor purchasing organization, but there might be different companies. They are following the different combinations. Like maybe they can go with the plant. Each plant have a different material. So they might be go different combinations like material vendor and plant. Instead of going to purchase organization, they can go with the plant. So the combinations are different. Okay, so when you are creating the pricing project, first what you need to do, you need to be decided that what combination you want to go, what combinations you want to be planned. Okay, it might be, see, I have the gross price, okay, and I have the freight charges, okay, and I have some discount, and I have packing charges. Okay, some tax is there, input tax are there. Okay, and insurance are there. So there are so many pricing elements are there. So again, there is a different have the different combinations. In this, suppose freight is there. Okay, in this case, I don't need to be consider that material. I can consider only vendor and a plant. Okay, and I can consider that maybe weight or something like. Okay, so in this case, maybe the combinations are different. And the gross price, when there is a combination, is different. Discounts, maybe it is a different combination. So how you can design this one? How you can design in the SAP? Okay, so that is the we are creating that condition tables. We are creating condition table. So the step one is here condition table creation. Condition table creation. Okay. Any questions on this one? What is the difference? What is the use of the condition tables? We are preparing that. What are the combinations the my company they are using for the pricing elements? Okay. So what is the condition table here? So maybe I can create like 901. Okay, which is respect to that material vendor and purchasing organization combination. Okay, then 902, which I'm creating like material and vendor and plant combinations. Okay, and 903, which is like I'm just creating the material and plant. Okay, so like I can create a number of combinations here. Okay, so we are creating in the condition table. Okay, so then what is the use of this condition table? So if you suppose my client is asking that sometimes I'm maintaining the cross price with the combination of this factor. Okay, and sometimes I'll be maintaining for maybe I can maintain like this combinations. I can maintain like this combination. So there is a two condition tables. So how you can map to the my gross price? So to map this one, first I'm just assigning to the axis sequence. I'm creating the one reference number that is the axis sequence which I am assigning that 901 902. So let's say I'm just creating that 0001. I'm just giving the description like this is for the gross price axis sequence. Okay, so here I'm just assigning that 901 902. Two tables I'm assigning them. Okay, so this is the reference table. This is the reference ID. Now this axis sequence which I'm assigning to the next in the gross price. So gross price, which like PB00, the condition type that I'm assigning that this axis sequence 0001. This axis sequence I'm assigning for this one. Okay, so what will happen if now when I'm using the PB00, when I'm using the PB00, the system is checking that is there any axis sequence which is assigned. Okay, so I already assigned the 0001. Okay, now this axis sequence contains any condition table. Yes, this axis sequence have the condition table 901 902. Then it will be go by searching that this material vendor and purchasing organization any condition records maintained, any price it is maintained. Okay, so this is the map or a roadmap. It is like steps initiated to find the price automatically in the PO. Okay, so as a part of the process, first what we are creating the condition table, then axis sequence, then in the condition type. What are the condition types are there? There I'm assigning type of axis sequence and so in the axis sequence what we are doing assigning the condition tables. And condition type what we are doing assigning this axis sequence. Okay, so why we are creating these three? Why we are creating these two? Because I just need to be defined the automatic pricing condition, automatic pricing condition to capture that we are using this axis sequence and condition table. Okay, now okay, so some condition types if you don't need automatic pricing, suppose I just need to be enter the manually, I don't need to be maintain any automatic pricing conditions. Okay, then you don't need to be maintain this axis sequence, you don't need to be maintain the condition table. Is it clear? Is it clear? Hello.
Yeah.
Is it audible?
Yeah.
Okay. What about others? Is it clear?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay. Sushil, you are there? Sushil, Ram.
Yeah. Just now.
Is it understood or can I go ahead
Yeah,
for
it's
next? Okay.
yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'm just defining my pricing procedure. In this pricing procedure, maybe I have that gross price. Okay, calculation. I might be have the discount. Okay, and I might be have the surcharge. Surcharge is nothing but like a additional charges. Okay, then I might be calculating the net value, and again I might be have the tax. That net value with including tax. So typo net value including discount. Okay, so then I can have the freight charges. Okay, then I can have the total amount, total affected value. Okay, total effective price. So my client is using that on base price. On what is the meaning of the gross price? It is a base price. Okay, the basic product of the cost is, let's say, okay, if I have the product like, okay, eggs, okay, or maybe I can take that to some packing material like oil. Okay, let's take oil. So this is the oil. Okay, for this oil, I'm covering with, again in the top, I'm covering with the packing. Oil with cover with the packing. So what will be happen when I'm covering that? The oil basic price is suppose 100 rupees per liter. Okay. Now the whether my supplier giving the discount or not. Suppose he is giving some 5% discount. Okay. So again discount on gross, discount on net, it depends on that. Okay. Again he said that okay some additional charges it will be there like packing charges or something it is there. Then he said that 100 rupees is packing charge per liter. Okay. So then it's covered with the packing. It's covered with the packing, right? So then net value including discount. So then it is calculating 100 rupees on 5% discount and again 100% charges. That it is suppose let's assume that it is 120 rupees. So let's assume that. Okay, or it may be let's say it is like okay 190 rupees or something we can say. Okay, then tax it may be 5% or 1% tax. Okay, then net value including tax again. Okay, again 1209. Okay, it's like okay, so 10% discount if it I said about 10% tax, that's 209. Then he said that there is a cost for the freight. Then the total effective value, what is that? 309. So like I can calculate that based on the my product the structure. It may be different for the each and every client how they are requesting that you can design the pricing project. Okay, so the above which we discussing about the only for the gross price, right? So the same way maybe I can maintain for the discount, I can maintain for the surcharges, I can maintain for the taxes, I can maintain for the freight charges. So n number of condition types are there. Here n number of condition types. Each condition type is the represented that one pricing element. Okay, clear? Is it clear? Okay. Now what we are doing now after that we'll be defining that this pricing. Okay, this pricing procedure. So this is called pricing schema. Pricing schema and pricing procedure are both are same. Okay, so I define that pricing schema and pricing procedure. Okay, or pricing procedure. So I define like this one based on my condition type what we define in the top. Maybe I can go with the standard pricing conditions or customized one. Okay, then what I can do. Okay, what I can do now. How system knows that I have the multiple pricing procedures. Let's say I have the local pricing procedure, domestic pricing procedure is there. Separately it is there, and I have the import pricing procedure is there. Okay, then I have the service pricing is there. So I just my client is using different components. Like for the services, different components, import separate components, pricing there separate component. Then how system knows about that which pricing procedure have to take it. So when we're talking about a pricing procedure, okay, it is always depends on the vendor. Okay, when different vendors like domestic vendor, import vendor, service vendor like. So vendor is the one of the factor here, and okay, and when there is a different purchasing organization, domestic purchase organization, import purchase organization, because purchasing organization people are they are negotiating with the vendors, right? So there is a two elements, purchasing organization and vendor, these two elements, the system will be finding that which pricing procedure has to pick up. Okay, which pricing procedure have to pick up, it depends on the vendor and purchasing organization. So here the question is again, sir, we are doing the configuration. In the configuration level, I don't know who is the vendor. Maybe I know purchasing organization, but I don't know vendor, because purchasing organization is the configuration I know, but vendor is the master. N number of times we are creating the n number of vendors. Then how we can assign this pricing procedure? So you must be create that reference. Okay, one reference ID for the vendor, that is the call schema group for vendor. Schema group for vendor. Okay, like I can create like import IMP, domestic DEM, a service ST. Like I can create one ID for this. Okay, and at a time I can assign, I can create for purchasing organization also one reference, which is schema group for purchasing organization. Purchasing organization. Okay, so here also I can create like something like 1000, 2000 or 3000, like I can create. Okay, then I can assign schema group for purchasing organization. For the my purchasing organization I can assign here. So assign schema group for purchasing organization to my actual purchasing organization. That means it may be domestic, import purchasing organization, maybe central purchasing organization, individual plant purchasing organization, cross company code purchasing organization. There are so many purchasing organizations are there. I can assign that to my schema group. Okay, so here this is already assigned. That means in this combination this is already assigned. Okay, but now this is only pending, right? So this I can, because I cannot say it now, because there are a number of vendors. When I'm creating the transactions, a number of vendors we are introducing, so I cannot go every time to the configuration and assigning to the vendor. So what I can do, so I'm telling to the system, there is a schema group for vendor plus schema group for purchasing organization. These two combinations, when there is a pricing procedure, then I must be assigned the domestic purchasing organization. Okay, sorry, domestic pricing procedure. Okay, so like I can create that, and for vendors domestic schema group, import schema group, and schema group. Okay, like I can create a number of, and again this is already we assigned in the top, that is already connected, but I'm just telling to the system, when these two are combination, then please assign this domestic, or when this is the import and this is the import purchase organization, then please assign the import pricing procedure. Okay, so I'm just telling that. So when we assign like this one, what will be happen, I will be maintaining this schema group for vendor in the vendor master record when I'm creating the vendor, and this purchasing organization, it is already created in the configuration. So these two combinations, when I'm creating the purchase order, the system will be finding that which purchasing organization you entered, which vendor you entered. So two combinations it is checking, then what pricing procedure it is assigned in the configuration level, that will be picked up, right? So in interview point of view, there is a important question that will be like how the pricing procedure will be captured, how the system will be identified that which pricing procedure need to be picked up. How system will be identified that which pricing procedure have to be picked up? Anyone? when I'm creating the PO, which pricing procedure it should be picked up. How system knows about it? Sushil, Ram, Ishan.
Is this combination condition table?
Not condition. I'm talking about a pricing procedure. I'm not talking about pricing element. I'm talking about pricing procedure. Which pricing procedure system needs to be picked up? Is it import pricing
Is it
procedure or
the
domestic?
is it the tax?
Not tax.
Schema.
Yeah, schemas. So when I'm creating the PO, the system will be know about that which purchasing organization which you are created. Okay, which vendor you are entering. So do you know that or not? When I'm creating PO, I'm entering the vendor number, I'm entering the purchasing organization. Correct? Is it correct or
Yeah.
not? I'm creating when I'm PO, I'm entering the purchasing organization and vendors, right? So this vendor already assigned the schema group in the vendor master card, right?
Yeah.
And for this purchasing organization, already schema group which is assigned in the configuration, correct? Correct or wrong?
Correct.
Right? So then this vendor have the schema group, okay, and this vendor have the schema group. When these two combination, I already assigned the which pricing user has to pick up. Correct? So in interview point of view, it's very important how the system will pick the pricing procedure. So the system will be pick the pricing procedure based on the purchasing organization and vendor. So in the vendor master record, we are assigned the schema group, and in the purchasing organization, we already assigned the schema group. When these two schema groups are assigned, these two combinations, we already assigned the main pricing procedure. Is it clear? Is it clear or can I repeat?
Yeah, could you please repeat once consolidate?
Okay, where you stop here?
From reference 6th point.
Okay, so here which we discussed here. Okay, so when I'm creating the PO, I have the vendor number, I have the purchasing organization. Okay, so when there is a different vendor, when there is a different purchasing organization, so which pricing procedure is needs to be picked? Which pricing procedure needs to be picked? Okay, so that we are discussing in that below. Okay, that we are discussing in the below in the points. First I am creating that one reference number for vendor, because every vendor I need to create one pricing procedure, assigning single pricing procedure. It's very difficult. So what I'm doing here, I am creating one reference ID for vendor. Again, for multiple purchasing organization might be have the same domestic pricing procedure. So I don't need to go each purchasing organization level to assign the pricing procedure. So what I'm doing, I'm just creating that reference ID for vendor, reference ID for purchasing organization. That reference ID we are calling as schema group. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. Now for vendor, I created one schema group. Purchasing organization, I created one schema group. Both combination I assign for one pricing procedure. The
Okay.
IDs. Okay. So now when I'm creating the PO, I have the vendor number, I have the purchasing organization. Again, this vendor have the reference and the reference ID. Let's say I'm putting like a reference ID for understanding purpose. Okay. And this is one reference ID. Okay.
Okay.
Purchasing organization have the one reference ID and vendor have the one reference ID. Both have the I assigned here the pricing procedure. Okay. So I just put like a reference ID after reference ID for vendor. Okay, for understanding purpose, but in the we must be called as a schema group. Okay, and this is the reference ID for purchasing organization. Okay, instead of I'm assigning directly to the the pricing procedure to the each and every purchase organization, I'm just taking one reference ID. That reference ID is telling that this ID is assigned to this purchasing organization. This ID is assigned to this vendor. Clear?
Yeah.
Any questions here? Any questions here? Okay. Okay. Now can I go to configuration? Can I go to configuration? So
Yeah.
I'll just repeat the questions. What is the purpose of the condition table? Anyone? What is the purpose of condition table? Ishan. Ram.
The sequence and the condition type, assign the condition table. Like, for this sequence.
Sorry, Ram. Ram, you are there? Okay. So condition tables are okay when we are going for the automatic pricing condition. Okay, for the automatic pricing condition, what combinations you want to be picked up the price. Okay, when I'm just going with the material vendor purchasing organization combination or material vendor plant combination, which I need to be maintain the price. Okay, so the combinations what you want to be referred, that ID we are creating as a condition table. That combinations we are defining in the one condition table. This reference which is creating in the one condition table. Okay, so make sure that it should be start with 9 series. Okay, whenever you're creating the any condition table, you must be create only 901 to 9999 between these two only. Okay, you don't use the 021, 023, 100, 200, don't use that because it is the standard already condition tables are created. Okay, if you want to be create any customization combinations, you can create between the 901 to 999. Okay, if you want to be used standard one, you can use. No, there is no problem. Is it clear? What is the condition table here? What is the condition table here? What is the condition table here? Hello. Is it clear? Not clear. What is the condition table? I'm creating the one group. Okay, I'm creating one group having that the combination like material vendor purchasing organization. Okay, I'm creating one group which is for material vendor plant. Okay, so why we need to create this combination? Because when you maintaining the condition record, that means when you are maintaining the automatic pricing procedure, automatic pricing condition, okay, the system automatically picking the price. How system knows that which pricing I need to be take, which pricing element I need to take? Is it PB00 or it is FRA1, freight cost or gross price, or how system knows about it? Okay, so based on the you maintain the condition records. You maintain the condition records with the combination of material, vendor, and purchasing organization. When when the material which is matching, suppose the material number is 100-100 and vendor 1000 vendor, purchasing organization 1000. These three combination I maintain had $100 for 1 year or 160. Okay, so next when I'm creating the PO, okay, when the material is matching, yes, material is matched. Okay, purchase organization is matched. Yes, purchase organization matched. Vendor matched. Okay, when three combinations you entered in the PO, then the system will check that any condition record maintained, any pricing automatic condition record are maintained. Okay, if it is already maintained $100 and that is in the within the period, that is the validity period, then the price will be picking automatically into a PO for PB00 condition. So you don't need to be enter again manually the pricing. When I'm creating the PO, you are entering the price, right? Are you entering the price or not when you creating PO?
Yes.
Okay, you are entering the price, right? So that price sometimes it is coming automatically. How it is coming automatically without entering the manually?
On pricing condition.
Pricing procedure.
Pricing conditions. Okay, automatic pricing condition record. Okay. So for that purpose, what combination you want to be maintained? Okay. Instead of I don't want to go this combination. Maybe I want to go with this combination. Okay. So I'll be go for this combinations like. So in this case again, okay, material 100 F100, vendor 1000 and plant 1100. These two combination when it is matching $120 per year. The validity period. Okay, so when these three are matching, when these three are matching, then the price will be picking automatically. So how it is like? So the combinations, how the system knows that we are creating in the condition table. I'm creating one single table in the database and updating that. Okay, these are the my considering fields to capture the automatic pricing. Okay, is it clear now? Is it clear now or no? Still no.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the purpose of the access sequence? What is the purpose of the access sequence? So we are
Actually-
created. Yeah, please. Ram, tell me.
I think the combination.
Yeah. So the combinations you are mentioning here, because I said this combination is there, and I said this combination is there. Maybe tomorrow I'm saying that some other combinations. Then how the system knows that which combination I have to pick it up. So I'm assigning one group ID like a 0001 or 0002 for reference ID. Okay, this is the reference ID that we called as access sequence such strategy. Okay, for this I'm assigning this 901, 902, 902. So there is a possibility of the combinations. When you are maintaining the condition records, you can take off 901 if you want, or you can go for 902, or you can go with 903. So the client is saying that I sometimes I'll be go with this one for the some materials I will go with this one, some materials will go with a different combination. So how the system knows about that which combination you are taking? I'm just giving to the client. You can maintain. Okay, I'm just giving the all the options here. There is a combination you can go with this one, this one, this one. You can go. So I'm just maintaining this into one reference ID that is access sequence. This access sequence I'm assigning to the my condition type. So in the below, what is the happen? PB00, I'm assigning this access sequence, which is 0001. That 0001 have already combinations which is maintained already in the top. The access sequence, which is 901, 902, 903, having the condition table. Okay, so now when I'm just maintaining the price, this combination I said, right? This combination. Okay, when I'm planning to maintain now PB00, I'm just planning to maintain the automatic pricing condition. Automatic pricing condition. Now I'm planning to maintain the automatic pricing condition. So now when I'm just entering the PB00, the system will check that what access sequence it is assigned. Okay, so for this 0001 is assigned. Okay, so this 0001 what condition tables are assigned? Okay, 901, 902, 903. That means I have three search strategies are there. One search strategy is material, plan, vendor combination. Okay, the next one is material, purchasing organization, and vendor. Our next combination is material, metal group, or I can take metal group. Okay, and the plan and the vendor. So I have three different search strategies are there. Now I can maintain this one, or I can maintain this one, or I can maintain for this one. Multiple different materials have the different combination. Suppose I'll be go for the services. Let's go services. So services I don't have material number. So I cannot go with the top and these two. So I can go only for this one because services don't have the any material number. Are you agreed? For the services, any material number is there? Cleaning or software installation, painting. These are not materials, right? These are the services. So in that case, if I need to get the data automatically, I can capture like this one. If I have the material and this plant respect to this plant is Delhi, Mumbai, okay, different locations are there. Different locations, different prices are there. Then I can maintain this one. At different purchasing organization level, they have the different prices. Okay, local, central, they have a different contracts. Then I can go with this one. So when I'm just planning to maintain the automatic pricing condition, the system will give that inputs like, okay, you have these three combinations. You can maintain any of the choice. Don't overwrite. Don't overwrite. It must be only one condition record, and it should be in the validity period. Okay, that means whatever you mentioned the valid from and valid to should be in the current period. Okay, then only it will be. Is it clear? Is it clear or still question mark?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go to the Ishan. Is it clear, Ishan? Any questions?
Yeah.
Is it clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll show you that. Okay. Now I'll go to PO. This is maybe disconnected. Okay, so if I go to ME21N PO creation, okay, I'm just entering the vendor here, okay, and I'm entering that the pricing by purchasing organization, and I'm entering that the plant and other detail. Okay, if I enter the price, okay, now see here, if I not entered any automatic pricing condition, okay, that means the system is asking the manual creation. So you must be entered the manually. Okay, you must be entered the manually. In case if you already maintain the pricing for this component or this component or this component, anything which you maintain, okay, then the system automatically picking that pricing. So where you can see that whether it is maintained or not, you can go to analysis, here, and you can see here if anything which is there maintained. Okay, if this is the maintained, or this is maintained, or this is maintained, these three combinations are there. So if you maintained already or not, so condition record are missing, that means still you not maintain. Okay, so like you can maintain the conditions. Okay, for PB00, PBXX there is no, that means it's manual, so you need to be entered the manually. But for ZPB1, it is we have three combinations. Okay, I can maintain it. So when I'm just planning to maintain the pricing, automatic pricing, going to MEK1, MEK1 is the condition record maintain. I'm just entering that ZPB1. Okay, so ZPB1, which is created. Now you can see the combination it is displaying. You can maintain this combination, this combination. Okay, so again I can say that this ZPB1 is the customized one which I copied from the PB00. Don't confuse that. It is a PB00 copying. Okay. So once I maintain this key combination, anything which I maintain, if I maintain the pricing, suppose I'm just maintaining the price here. Is that power is not there? 1 minute. Okay. So now I'm maintaining this 100 F100 material and 1100 plan and vendor is 1000. Then I'm just putting like 120 rupees. Okay, so enter the currency, what currency it is, like INR or USD or something, whatever it is there you can maintain. So you also need to be check that validity from and validity to, when it is valid and valid. Okay, you can maintain like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, like you can maintain or okay, clear. If I maintain this one, then the next time onwards when you creating, the system automatically picking the pricing. Now I will go for again. So 1000 is my vendor, purchasing organization and company code and plant, and I'm just comparing that. What is my combinations here? See here, automatically 120 is coming. The PB1 condition type which is coming automatically. Is it clear how it will works?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So to get the automatic pricing, okay, or to get the pricing procedure, okay, again the pricing procedure which I discussed here. Okay, how this ZDMPR, which is customized pricing procedure, which is speaking again. That again, if you go to vendor, okay, vendor master record. If you go to vendor master record, okay, and the purchasing data, I'm just going to purchasing data. Where it is? I'm going to purchasing data. In this purchasing data, I assign that schema group is X4. Okay, so schema group for vendor is X4. Now in the configuration, what is my purchasing organization? What is my purchasing organization here? In the material management and purchasing, what is my purchasing organization? Don't know. So purchasing organization which I assigned. In the PO, which purchasing organization we entered? I'll go back here. My purchasing organization is 1000, 1000, 1000. Okay, 1000 is my purchasing organization. So I can go here. Now I can see that what schema group it is created for 1000. Okay, so define schema group here, and I'll be go for purchasing organization. For purchasing organization 1000, where is my? Okay, I will just go here. Assign schema group for 1000. My purchasing organization which is assigned. That is ZXYZ which is assigned. Okay, so now what is the ZXYZ? Reference ID for my purchasing organization. Okay, what is the X4? What is the X4 here? My reference ID for vendor. That is the schema group for vendor and a schema group for purchasing organization. Okay, now these two combination, what pricing procedure it is assigned. Okay, let's go to determine and go to standard purchase order, and I can go the combinations like schema group for purchasing organization. What is the schema group for purchasing organization? ZXYZ. And the schema group for vendor X4. These two combination which I assign my pricing procedure. That's why the system is picking that this pricing procedure in the PO. You can see in the PO, you can go to pricing analysis. You can go to here. It is picking that ZDMPR. Is the same or it is different? It is the same, right?
Yes.
Okay. So did you understand that how it is picking now? Did you understand that how it is picking now?
Schema group for vendor, schema group for purchase organization.
Correct. So this purchasing organization which is assigned, this schema group is assigned to my actual purchasing organization. What is my actual purchasing organization? What is my actual purchase organization? 1000. Right? This 1000, I'm just giving that this is the reference. Okay. I can use this schema group for purchasing organization for any n number of purchasing organizations. Okay. That means what I'm saying here, maybe the same procedure, I can assign for the 2000 also, 3000 also, 4000 purchasing organization also. Okay. So what I can do here, assigning the purchasing organization here, I'll be assigning for 2000. Okay. And I'll be assigning here also the same schema group. And this is also I can assign same. Okay. So when these are all domestic vendors, when this is all domestic purchasing organization or local purchasing organization or individual purchasing organization, I can go, okay, this is the schema group. This is the schema group. Again, I'm just to create checking that in the vendor master record what it is assigned. In the purchasing organization data what it is assigned. These two combination, what schema group, what pricing procedure it is assigned, that will be picking. Is it clear? Is it clear why I'm creating a reference? Because the same pricing procedure can be applied for the other purchasing organizations also. I cannot create for the each and every individual purchasing organization have the one pricing procedure, right? It might be multiple purchasing organizations have the same pricing procedure. The procedure will be the same, right?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it clear?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the way it will be picking. So my question now, how the pricing element is picking, pricing condition element is picking. How the pricing condition element is picking in the PO. How? It's based on the condition records. Condition records which we are maintained in MEK1, okay, for combinations for the such strategies, right? So pricing condition element is different, pricing procedure will be different. Okay, so how pricing schema is picking? Pricing schema or pricing procedure which is picking? How the pricing procedure will be picking? Here, based on the vendor and the purchasing organization, what schema group it is assigned and what pricing procedure it is assigned, based on that it will be picked. Are you clear? What is the difference pricing condition element and the pricing procedure? So
Yes.
each condition PB00, FRA1, FRA2, these are all we call the pricing elements, condition elements, pricing elements. Okay, pricing condition types we called as a pricing condition type, and this is the pricing procedure. Pricing procedure have the all the combinations of pricing procedure, pricing condition types. Clear? Any questions here? Any question on this process? Any questions on this process?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, then. Okay, tomorrow we'll do the configuration. How to do these all steps. We'll do the configuration tomorrow. Okay, clear?
Okay. Yeah. And Ravi, please send this
Yeah.
sheet